Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is CeeChronicles. If you're joining me here for the very first time, I post fragrance related content 4 to 5 times a week. By fragrance related content, I mean fragrance reviews mostly. However, I do throw in random content from time to time just to spice things up. So if that sounds like something that interests you and you haven't subscribed, please do join us here by subscribing. To those who are returning, thank you so much guys for the continued support. I see you always and I appreciate you as always. Now welcome to a compilation of 10 fragrances that I deem as masterpieces within my collection. These are fragrances that I cannot fault. The juice itself, the performance itself, they are just blended to perfection, guys. And I thought to give you my take, a brief take on them, and to show you here that these are fragrances, if you bought, are likely not to disappoint. The first one on the list, guys, is going to be from Ad Al Zafran, and this one is called Jazab Gold. There is a silver one which is marketed for men. This particular one is marketed for women. I chose to put this fragrance on this list, guys, because to my nose it is blended to perfection. It has a hypnotizing rose here. It's a sweet juice with a little bit of some incensiness there, but it's mostly rose. It makes the wearer feel powerful, you know, because of just the combination of the notes and how it interprets to the nose. It's spicy, it's fruity, it's a sweet scent, and it feels rich and dark. So there's going to be a gothic quality to this fragrance, and the lasting power is insane. So sitting at our number one, guys, was Ad Al Zafran Jazab Gold. The second fragrance on this list, guys, is going to be from Fragrance World, and this is Mocha Wood. Mocha Wood, guys, to my nose is more of the coffee, sweet notes, than the actual wood. So don't let the bottle intimidate you. Don't let the name intimidate you. Of course, there are some woods in here, but they're very light woods. Instead, what you're going to get is an intense juice. Everything in here interprets as intense. It's very coffee forward, feels a lot like a creamy cafe mocha with an insane performance. Also falls under the deep, thick, almost dark, you know, fragrance family there. So do expect a lot of longevity when you're wearing this fragrance. It also has a little bit of some crispness there as it dries down, a little bit of a metallicness there, but it is a powerhouse on its own, guys. And the price for this will shock you. This is one of the I think one of the cheapies on the market, so you ought to get your hands on this one. I will bring a full review, of course, if you want an extensive review, you know, of this fragrance. But sitting on our number 2, guys, is Mocha Wood by Fragrance World. The third masterpiece in my collection is going to be this gold bar. This is Shahaf Oud. I slept on this fragrance for a very long time because I was just tired, guys, of the numerous DNAs of Lancome's Oud Bouquet. And Swiss Arabian is also one of those houses that did have a take on it. And this is the dupe for Lancome's Oud Bouquet. But with this one, guys, in as much as I've tried numerous, you know, dupes of the Oud Bouquet, I think this one nails it the most. It's your sweet, nutty, lactonic scent with a touch of like a gourmand nature there. It has the most smoothest, most refined oud you can sniff or smell, you know, in a fragrance. This fragrance, guys, is intense but calming. It's intense in the sense that it has an intense praline there, but the praline, though intense, manages to tame the oud. So both are not competing. What you're going to get more from this fragrance is a nutty, kind of creamy feel there, and the oud kind of taking a back seat, although it is there. The quality is amazing, and if you are one of those people that are guarded when it comes to oud, this is one of those fragrances that may make you change your mind. After using this fragrance, you think, oud is not that bad after all. So yes, guys, sitting on our number 3 is going to be Shahaf Oud by Swiss Arabian. The fourth gem within my collection is Anna Abied Leather. This is another one that is fairly new in my collection, but this fragrance, you know, is another one that actually put a smile on my face the first day I sprayed it. Up to today, I cannot believe how unfair I was to judge this fragrance. This is a Mimo Irish leather dupe, and as you can see there, the imprint kind of is a telltale sign. What you're going to get from this fragrance mostly is a warm, spicy feel to it. It is also woodsy, but it does have that leather in the forefront. However, the leather here has been blended together with a raspberry there and juniper berries, so there's going to be a fruity kick that is going to take away this leather from becoming a serious manly leather to a leather that anyone really can enjoy and wear. But by anyone, let me say this is quite on the mature side. So I just mean anyone in the sense of a female can wear this without a problem, a male can wear this without a problem. And then again, in this fragrance, there is an addition of ginger. The ginger here feels very fizzy, working together with those fruits to add like a crispy kind of fizzy kind of effervescent feel to this fragrance. So this, guys, is your sophisticated juice in a bottle. Don't run away from this fragrance, guys, because it says leather. It does of course have the leather and the wood, but what you are going to carry the most is a softened leather because of that fruity accord, as well as a spiciness of the ginger and a juniper berry. They're doing the most. So on our number 4, guys, is Anna Abied leather. On our number 5, guys, is going to be from Lattafa as well, and this one is Nasheed. This is a fragrance that is slowly disappearing off the counters and the shelves. Reason being, it is a Nishani Ani dupe. So when I came with this fragrance, guys, I did say as a heads up that please, run and get this one before it disappears, just like how Ansem Gold disappeared. Ansem Gold was readily available. We didn't care for it, and by the time people cottoned up to the fact that Ansem Gold was a Love Don't Be Shy dupe, it was gone in 60 seconds. So if you hit my call, purchase this fragrance. If for anything, the price. If you don't like the profile, this is the sort of fragrance that you can gift anybody and they will love it. So it's not a fragrance that will just sit there and you won't know what to do with it in case it turns up and you don't like it. It's an aromatic, spicy fragrance with a tad bit of some smokiness there, and a little bit of some woods. Very sophisticated, gives me suit and tie, kind of vibes. It has a creamy backdrop too, so it just has a lot going on there, but without any clash of anything. It just screams perfection because they've managed to put together a complex juice, that presents itself as luxe, as sophisticated, as the sort of fragrance that if you went into the mall, it's not like everybody's going to be smelling like this. It's fizzy as well because it's another one that has ginger. It also has like a cardamom there that gives it a little bit of some bitterness, but overall it is a gorgeous scent, guys, with the lasting power to match. So on our number 5, as a recommendation that I would say this is an absolute gem and you need your hands on, is Nasheed by Lattafa. The 6th fragrance that made it on the list is going to be from Armaf, and this is Club de Nuit Intense Woman. Guys, this fragrance, what can I say? I was late on the hype. I saw this fragrance making the rounds, and what did I decide to do? I went and I bought the clear one, which is just the Club de Nuit. Big mistake. I bought the clear one, of course, because it was duping Coco Mademoiselle, but looking back, I should have gone for this one. Guys, this is a spicy nutmeg. It's got some pepper there, and it's got some caramel as notes. It's got an almost jammy rose as well there. So it is a fragrance that keeps on giving you pages and pages and pages. I'm going to have to mention that it's got an oud, which I personally can't smell, but I have to say that it's there, right? And then it's got the powdery violets there, which it does dry down powdery. So the mysterious part of this fragrance is it doesn't list chocolate as a note, but I do suspect that there is a chocolate here that they have, kind of concealed as a note, because it is very chocolatey, to an extent very gourmandish, right? And this fragrance is going to give you dark, it's going to give you gothic, it's going to give you bold, and it's going to give you the lasting power. And the DNA in itself is sophisticated as well, duping Tom Ford's Noir de Noir. So sitting on our number 6, guys, is Club de Nuit Intense woman. The 7th gem in my collection is going to be from Ajmal, and this is Evoke Gold Her. Please do take note that I've said Evoke Gold Her because they have a hem that's exactly like this. The only difference is the bottle is a bit short and stocky. Okay, so this one is for women. This fragrance I picked up here because it just to me smells like a fragrance that every woman needs. It's a floral, fruity, musky scent. It has a tonka here that will throw you off because the tonka in here feels identical to how the tonka interprets in Herrera Good Girl. This is a fragrance that, you know, will take me time to pin because 1 minute it's smelling a little bit like Good Girl. The next minute it's smelling a lot like YSL Lib, the Intense Aversion. But all I can say, guys, is it is a fragrance that redeems itself, especially in that tonka, because if you follow me, if you've been following me for years, you will know that I don't like the tonka the way it's done in a Good Girl. I think that tonka pulls a little bit masculine. This one kind of redeems in itself there because it has an addition of a very bright apple, you know, together with a spicy pink pepper. So it does make a U-turn there, kind of making this one a little bit more safe to me. But one fragrance that I would absolutely recommend in terms of performance, in terms of uniqueness. So on our number 7, guys, is Ajmal Evoke Gold for Her. The 8th powerhouse in my collection is going to be Francique 107.9 by FA Paris, and FA Paris is the same company as Fragrance World. So I did notice when I did a review of Francique that you know, some of you guys were asking where do we get FA Paris fragrances. FA Paris and Fragrance World is one and the same thing. This is a subsidiary of Fragrance World. Now Francique is here, guys, because first of all, let us admit it's duping BDK Rouge smoking, and it doesn't get better than that, right? So what this fragrance is inspired by is what made it qualify to be here. It is a cherry forward fragrance that works together with a tonka, the sweetness coming from the vanilla there. It has a lot of almondiness there, guys, coming from the heliotrope as well. A sophisticated kind of fragrance there, in as much as it does list incense that gives it a smokiness which can be intimidating for some. This comes across as a little bit on the softy side. It comes across as a softy, a cozy kind of fragrance. Has the woods as well, but the woods here are cashmere woods, so very soft woods to wrap up the whole thing that is going on in here. So to me, it interprets as a luxe, warm, cozy, comforting, but grown scent. The smoky accord here starts to open up way into the dry down, and to me it's not enough to bother me at all. This is perfection, guys, in a bottle. When it comes to the performance of this one, I'm still waiting on it to kind of improve a little, because I would say out of all the ones that I've shown you here, this would be the least performer in terms of lasting power. But besides that, everything in here is beautiful. I cannot fault this fragrance. So sitting at number 8, guys, is Francique 107.9 from FA Paris. The 9th gem, which I had to bring to your attention, and I've spoken about this one I think at least twice, this is Phenomenal Photos from Paris Corner's North Stage line. I have done a full review of this fragrance if you want to refer to that for more detail. Okay, Phenomenal Photos, guys, is your waxy scent in a nutshell. If you love your scents honey forward, soft, waxy, with like the most sophisticated rum, like the most refined rum there, you're gonna get it from here. It has a sweetness as well there, a gentle sweetness as well. Feels very complex and one of those ones that are hard to describe. I did even say it in the full review of this fragrance that this has a lot of everything presented at the same time, not mishmashed, but blended to perfection, to a point that nothing here is trying to speak the most, and it makes it hard to kind of describe it to you that, oh, okay, you're going to move from one thing to the other to one thing to the other. All I can say about this fragrance, guys, is the waxing. It has like a honey thing that wraps it around there. It has the most refined rum, lightly boozy. This is like the most complex smelling rum you'll ever smell out there in terms of quality. It just speaks luxe. So if it's affordable for you, go ahead and purchase this one. It's a powerhouse, guys. So that was our number 9. The last gem within my collection had to be a musk, and this is from Maison Alhambra. This is Maison Alhambra's Modern Musk. I'm going to spray this one, but I know that if it's so much as it gets closer to my clothes, I'm probably going to smell like this the whole day. This is a long-lasting musk, guys. Very much on the rosy side. A powdery violet also enters there. A lot of fruitiness there. So it's not just going to be the rose, but there's also some other fruits, but it is the rose that is kind of bullying everything here. And of course, that musk. It's mossy as well. And it has a toffee note in here, that adds a sweet caramelly accord to the whole composition. So it's not going to be like a faintly sweet musk. This is going to be a musk on the sweet side. So if you love your musk fragrance is sweet, you're going to get that insane lasting power when it comes to this. So this I would definitely recommend for those people that love their fragrances to do the talking. So guys, this is the last one from Maison Alhambra. So that's it for today, guys. Those were 10 fragrances within my collection that I feel are total gems. These are fragrances that will not fail you. If you don't particularly like any of these are easy to gift to anybody. They just are fragrances that scream luxe. They are blended to perfection. Nothing in here is straying. Everything is in sync, and that was my criteria to bring them here. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. Let's meet in the comment section where we obviously discuss more about fragrances. Turn on post notifications as well. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. And have you subscribed? If not, then why not, guys? Please do consider subscribing. Like and share this video, and remember that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.